Good people, good family, I greet you all. Big ups, man. From wherever you are, my good guys, I say hello and welcome back to this amazing channel. Yes, this is Kamanja_KE and this is my channel. I welcome all of you to this amazing channel for today, actually. And guys, let me say a very big thank you. A very big thank you. May I say a million times thank you for my supporters. People who are behind me. People who are pushing me to be on this stage. And for my new guys, actually, welcome. Feel at home. This is where you are supposed to be. Don't forget to press that button, subscribe, like, leave a comment in that section, and God is going to bless you. Guys, on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And I always say, every step I make a day pushes me, and I feel like it's so great to me, and I feel so glad when I see myself making progress. 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, 10 subscribers. I do say thanks to the Lord, because without God, actually, you guys couldn't be here supporting me. So guys, push me, take me to 1,000 subscribers, and let my channel get monetized so that we can actually achieve what we always work for. So guys, welcome. Feel at home. Stay locked, stay tuned, watch your space. This is what I have for you today. Guys, I always say things happen, and when things happen, they always happen with a reason. That is how I start myself today. So when things happen, I've said they happen with a reason. We human beings, we may wish things to be the way we wish them to be, but there is somebody somewhere there is God somewhere who is actually planning for us and saying that this is not going to happen to you, this is what is going to happen for you. And that is why we always say we have left everything to the Lord. So we have our own plans. God is there to actually undertake those plans and actually bring to us what He desires that we are supposed to have. And that is why today actually I'm seated here. I really want to talk about our brother, the Nairobi teacher, NT. We know him in these streets. We know his content well. We know what his content contains 100%. But actually, recently, we've seen him doing something. We've seen him doing something. He was away for a week, I think. After 1 week, we saw him. And let us hear what our brother was talking about.
Yeah. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? This is actually Nikki from UK. Where is Nikki from US? Yeah, this is UK Nikki. Mary Mo is also here. I see you, Mary. Hi. How you doing? Nice to see you. EBB. I also see you. Hi. Guys, how are the streets? It's been a while. The witches are overworking. The Argentinian witches are overworking on my body. Guys, I'm telling you. My reaction on the bed. I'm reacting today in the bed. We must still earn even when we are dead. Hey, need your help. Like really, really. Badly need your help. Okay?
Yes, that is our Nairobi teacher. NT, our brother. You've heard him well. This is one guy who actually sometimes can travel on a motorbike all the way from Nairobi to Nyaboanse to come and actually achieve a certain goal in Nyaboanse. And sometimes we feel that he's the person all the way from Nyaboanse who has been fueling all this hate, jealousy, and envy to the people of this village. The guy who comes single-handedly from Nairobi on a motorbike, 400 miles. I talk about 450 kilometers. To this. Hey, Ben. Hebu kimieni. Yes, I say, this is one guy, Mr. Nairobi teacher, who can come from nowhere, all the way from Nairobi to Nyaboanse, to just come in and make sure that when he leaves things in a bad way. Now, my brother is sick. And my brother is now begging. That is what I can talk about. Yes, the Nairobi teacher is now begging for help. It's not bad to ask for help, but sometimes people will tend to ask themselves, why actually do you need this help? Since my brother has been talking contrary to so many things. Remember, this is one guy, at one point, in all his videos, terms Ayamarwa as a beggar, a professional beggar, a Kenyan beggar begging from a different country. But today, in this video, guys, you are seeing the Nairobi teacher sick. I don't know how they call that, his sickness, and actually, it's something to do with the stomach, and how I wish him quick recovery if he is actually sick. But look at this guy. This is the same guy actually who has been talking badly about Ayamarwa and badly about Ayamarwa using his platform to beg for money, using his platform to beg for money for transport, beg for money to make a house, beg for money to build a villa, beg for money. But today, he is found in the same records. asking people to come together and help him. Number one, settle his medical bills. Number two, help him so that he can get proper medication that can see him end the illness he is undergoing. Guys, people with a good heart, they will always be touched. And I was touched when my brother was asking for help. I have been thinking that this is one person who cannot even ask for help. That is where I've been putting him. Yes, we have Carol, the parrot. That is another person I just categorized that at one point, these guys cannot ask for help. But now I'm surprised. And guys, family, people must be surprised. Even his own people are surprised. Guy, with all the income that you've been making, you are now asking for help. Now, what does what does it imply? When now our Nairobi teacher, the captain of the haters, the captain of the lazy gangs, comes out and say, guys, this is too much to me. Come out and help me. He's reaching out people. Regardless of the people he has been talking badly about, regardless of age, regardless of friendship, he is out asking for help. Guys, let's come together and see our brother well treated. Let us come together and see our brother well treated. But again, as we pray for him to get well soon, this is a problem that has been recurring to him. This is a problem that has built itself in his body. I heard somebody in the section comment, somebody was commenting that why should you go and an endoscopic procedure is taken. Endoscopic procedure is when the medical people tend to see everything inside your body, that is your stomach, and they can easily identify where the problem is. Like when we have intestinal obstruction, they can easily see. That is a kind of ultrasound process, endoscopic. You see, guys, the stomach is the engine of everything. Like the head is the engine of our life. When one loses mental health, it's simply to term such a guy as is now dead. When you lose your mental health, then we don't term you as a human being. The same thing when you have a problem with your stomach, then your engine is ill. Anything that you may talk from there might be. Yes, yeah, you lose your head, you lose your stomach, then we don't term you as a human being. But I do want you guys to come together. Let us forget what this guy has been talking about. He has been out talking because of money. And now I always say, money does not satisfy you guys. We have needs that need money that you cannot reach. Yes, we have so many needs. If they come to you, you may ask for that help. And now, he is not all that special. He wants that help. And I've always told these guys, your stages are too low when compared to Ayamara's stage. Yes, it was a live chat. You asked for help. I was there. Was just following it and actually with a lot of silence. Yes. Who's this calling now? Guys, actually, I don't want to talk about this because the true characters of these guys are now coming out. And we always say that time has the answers to every question we tend to ask in our lives. Now we've seen even Nairobi teacher can come out and beg. we've been telling him that actually Marwa does not beg. Marwa cannot beg. And actually, another reminder is that we are human beings. At one point, we may lack. And when we lack, then we tend to reach people out who can actually make us get what we need. And that is not begging. Now let me remind my brother that what he's doing now is purely begging. But that is not what I wanted to talk about him today. We don't wish people to have problems. We don't wish people to die. We don't wish people to be always in troubles. We always wish our neighbors the best. That they're happy, I'm happy. That is how we can move forward. But look at this guy. He has been captaining. He is the captain of the Les Gang, all the way from Nairobi to Nyabohanse village. Actually, when he comes to the village, you can see all the shenanigans that goes on. All the troubles that he brings with all the way from Nairobi to the village. You saw when he came, he put Mike Vengers in trouble. He was trying to expose Mike Vengers. We are not pushing him away from the village. But actually, when he comes into the village, he brings a lot of trouble. And I've been always telling him, guys, avoid trouble before trouble comes to trouble you. What you've been wishing to happen to Marwa is now happening to you. You've been talking about begging without knowing that you will be on a stage where you can beg. Where you can easily go out and ask for help. That is what you've been actually missing. When you talk, you see, you've been boasting like you are everything. You know Nyabohanse in and out. You've been calling names to Ayamaro and the family. And I want to tell people the truth. This guy doesn't even know these guys properly. He knows them from this platform. And that's where he makes his content from. And whenever he lacks content, him on a motorbike, he cannot even board a bus 400 kilometers adventuring all the way from Nairobi to Nyabohanse village. When he comes, guys, there is always trouble in the village. He wants to kick everybody. He wants to put things right, left, center, like he wants to. And when he's leaving, he leaves everything in trouble with so many stories. Yes, now Mr. Captain is sick. Mr. Captain is coming for help. I never saw even Gintu in his live chat wishing him some quick recovery and sending him something, even fruits, guys. The only thing that we had is the parrot who had called him to ask and tell him some quick recovery remarks. These guys are not even genuine friends. I want to tell you the truth. They cannot. Mogesi told us that when one is in problem, the others leave to thin air. There are only one people when it comes to talking about Ayamarwa badly. They are only brothers and sisters when it comes to fighting Ayamarwa. But the rest, these guys aren't together. Toto, toka nje. Toka nje. Huyo amelala. Yes. Toka nje. Huyo amelala. Yes, guys, I've told you. These guys aren't brothers. There is no brotherhood in them. There is no brotherhood. You see, even in that hospital bed, we wished even JT podcast to be there because these guys are actually, how do you call? They are brothers. They are preaching the same gospel. A brother is sick and you leave him out in an hospital begging for help, and you guys are brothers. You preach the same gospel. So you are only brothers when it comes to fighting Ayamarwa. Hey, kids. Kids. Junior. Junior. Nani wanaongea huko nje? Yes, you see, it's in the evening and kids are always, they just want to come in and see what I'm doing. And sometimes there is that disturbance I never want. But actually they have gone. Now, guys, you've seen that the only time these guys call themselves brothers and tend to be reactors is when they are reacting negatively towards Ayamara. But now, the NT, our Nairobi teacher, the captain of the shenanigans, village politics, the captain of the lazy gang, the captain of hate, is sick guy, him alone with this doctor, sit and asking for help. I always tell you, these guys, these subscribers that tend to motivate us when we are spreading and preaching propagandas against Ayamaro, will never be there when you guys are in problems. They won't be there, and they won't, and I want to tell you the truth. These guys won't be there. You will need them. But people you are going to find in those streets are these guys who are talking positively about life in the village and life here back in Kenya. Those are guys who are going to sympathize with you, come to you, and pull you out of that trouble. But these guys, somebody seated in the UK, somebody seated in the US, somebody seated somewhere in Uganda, somebody seated somewhere in Jamaica, fueling you, smearing you with some few coins to destroy one of your brothers, to destroy your sister, to destroy your motherland, won't be there when you are alone in your own troubles. Mark you. And I'm reminding you. Those are things that we tend to forget when we come, open our mouths, and start talking badly about our own people. Badly about very kind-hearted people. Now, at least you've been away, sick. And the streets are now filled with fresh air from Nairobi. When you come back to the village, it's always when you come back and see and start paying your puppets. You see you are a puppet, and then you have a puppet back here. My guy, as I'm talking this, the message will reach you loud and clear. Never should you think that things cannot reach you. Never should you think that what people are doing, you are not doing. And I've been always telling my family that whatever these boys are talking about, always, it is something that they want to practice. When you hear somebody talking about beg, he's begging, he's doing some manual jobs in Argentina, he's doing this to be paid, he has lacked transport back home, he's working for visa. He is wishing that those things at one point will come to him. When he's talking about begging, he is telling us that it will reach a time that I will start begging in these streets. When he talks about begging, he's telling people that, you see, I'm not here just to create content. I'm here to beg some help from you. That is all. That is what these boys are doing. And now they are marking their territories. They have taken the trust from their subscribers. They have locked that trust in their wardrobes or into their lockers. And now they are controlling that trust the way they want, because some good things follows that trust. And I know when even Nairobi teacher comes now out, tells people, no, I need this and that. People will actually, even if it is contribution, people are going to contribute. But these guys who always motivate him in those super chats, in those comment sections. Hey, you won't see them. Yes, you want to see them completely. It's Akim who is asleep and is actually coughing. He has been having a nap. Yes, my good people. Before that interruption, actually, I was talking about my brother Nairobi teacher. That everything has got its own time. What you always, if you wish me to pass through trouble, that trouble might reach you first before it reaches me. Yes. So take my advice. Now know that the same platform you talk from is the same platform I'm talking from. Is the same platform Ayamara is talking from. The same world that is watching you is the same world that is watching me. Is the same world that is watching Ayamara. And all these brothers and sisters in these streets. Yes. So don't sometimes feel like you are everything. Don't feel that you can do. You are above everything. Guy, you are not entitled. You are not. You always miss so many points. When I always watch you, you talk with a lot of egoism. You talk with a lot of pride. Guy, and I always wish that time will come that you swallow your pride and act in a humane way. Now, don't wait for sickness to humble you. Be always humble. Don't just wait for such conditions to humble you so that you can talk easily. And guys, yes, he's asking for help. But do you see how he's talking about? Shame on these reactors. That they say, I'm going to react even if till I die. I'm going to react on my death bed. That he is going to react on his deathbed. Actually, he has chosen something different. He has chosen not a good way, actually. Nobody is taking him away from reactions. And I always telling these guys, he lives in Nairobi, where life is actually difficult, not like here back in the village. I never saw him when in Kenya we had those demonstrations, the J and Z's, Generation Z demonstrations, all over. I never saw Nairobi teacher coming out in his platforms advocating for such a policies, reacting on the government to do that, against doing what they wanted to do, against passing the law that they wanted to pass. His policy that he never wanted is to see Ayamara thriving. Yes, when Kenyans came together demonstrating and reacting on the government, he was busy reacting to make sure that Ayamara comes down. Ayamara falls to the ground. The DNA, that reaction DNA that is running in your bloods, you have said that you will know, you will die reacting. Yes, if it is what is giving you food, just die for it. But I'm telling you, this thing will one time come to an end. And I think you guys, you are learned. Yes, Nairobi teacher, the way when he talks is a learned guy. He has gone to school. He has seen the four-cornered rooms that we call classrooms. Maybe lecture halls. He has attended some lectures. But what he talks from his mind portrays him as a fool actually. As a child. As a kid. Surely. Something that we don't actually desire to hear from such a guy like Nairobi teacher. Somebody who who brags around to be knowing everything. He knows well that what has taken him to hospital, it is the stomach problems. But guy, what is he talking about? That these witches from Argentina, now referring to Rocio and the husband to be I am_Maro. That these guys are the people who are bewitching him. These witches. They have sent witches from Argentina to come and attack my stomach. That is, you see how we smear ourselves with a lot of mud in the faces. And when people say that we are stupid, when people say that we are primitive, we react on them. Just because you want reaction to run in your DNA till you die. Who can expect such a person calling himself Nairobi teacher to say such a stupid thing from his mouth? Now guys, let me tell you this. If you are going to be very furious, are you not faking sickness so that you can gain donations in that sick bed? You see even the sick bed, how the sick bed is. I was looking closely, watching that sick bed where you are, the way even you don't know how to adjust a pillow in that sick bed. You want to lie flat in that sick bed. The way even you are feigning, you are faking some pain all over your body to sit properly so that your people can see you and sympathize with their situations. We know your handwriting, you guys. We know your handwriting, you scammers. You've made a lot of friends, genuine friends. Instead of going to lie in an hospital bed, we've seen haters doing that, and we've seen scammers doing that, going to hospital beds, faking their sickness so that they can get something into their accounts. Now you seated there, where does a sick person get that energy to start talking and blaming people for his sickness? That is not an accident that you can say, oh, I was driving well and somebody somewhere who was drunk just crashed my car. This is something that even your doctor who is talking, not even looking at the camera, your doctor who is talking with a lot of naivety, your doctor who even doesn't know you, your doctor who knows you by the real name, your real names, he even doesn't know that you have a platform called a Nairobi teacher. He knows, and this guy called, I've heard him, people calling him Nairobi, I've heard that he's called the Nairobi teacher. That is a doctor who has been with you for 3 days, 5 days. That you've not found time to share with him who you are. Guy, are guys thinking what I'm thinking? Are guys seeing what I'm seeing? When people talk about scamming, they are scammers. And this is your time. This is your time, and your time is here. Yes, people talk about witching. People are witches. Those are now the practicing those are people who are practicing witchcraft. Yes, when people talk about beg, those are now planning to be professional beggars, like we have seen you. You are faking situations. Even back in the village, I see people faking vulnerables, compromising vulnerables to get donations. And now, the person you've started your chat, person you've started your channel, accusing somebody who is very happy, doing his things, doing his stuff happily in Argentina. That he has, the person who has sent some local magic, we call local chemistry, witches, to come and attack your stomach. Guy, and you call yourself you've gone to school. You call yourself that you've gone to school. You still believe in such primitive theories of witchcraft. When you talk like that, what is your fan in the UK thinking about? What is your fan in the US thinking about? What is your fan in the Ireland thinking about? That these guys, they still do witchcraft. So these guys are still primitive. So that theory that we Africans are primitive is justified by none other than the Nairobi teacher. Don't go kill people. People have their own things. People who are, when they are sick, they tell people, yes, I'm sick, I'm suffering from this. Not people like the Nairobi teacher who is faking now sickness, if I may say, because it's now annoying us. There is no way a sick guy can actually start his chat accusing, pointing fingers to innocent people about his sickness. And that is why today I'm saying this guy is faking situations to earn. He wants to fill his pockets. Yes, he wants to fill his pockets. You see, he's not even honest to his people. He must fake a situation so that the people should sympathize with that situation to come to help him. He must fake a situation that now Ayamarwa is bewitching me from Argentina. Guys, come together and help me. And I know the parrot all the way from Bungoma, Kakamega, she's now laughing. She's not even sympathizing with you. She's waiting you to text him, to text her. Oh, parrot, carrot. Yes, they have responded well. I got some 200 euros in my account now. You can travel to Nairobi so that we do a collabo. Or should I come to Bungoma, we do a collabo? Then she will tell you, no, let us go to where the gold is being mined. Let us go back to Nyabwanse, do a collabo with those lazy gangs inside their Rockies and in their banana plantations, so that we can come up with another new story from that place, because that is where we mine our content from. Guys, that is the Nairobi teacher. When we always talk that people in these streets are faking lives, are faking things so that they can get. People don't want to live hard life. They don't want to gain things the hard way. They want just to get things in the easy way. Now, guy, imagine, my good family. Tomorrow I wake up, I'm talking well now. No accident, nothing is happening. And actually, no communication. Tomorrow, after 4 days, I wake up, I'm in the hospital, smiling and very busy, talking ill of people who are not even sick, people are well, and pointing fingers at them that are causing my sickness. Is that beating logic? I'm asking NT supporters. Does it beat some logic in you? The only logic it beats, that statement beats, is because that guy has trapped your trust. You tend to believe everything. So long as he starts, his pick-up lines are, Ayamarwa is bad. Ayamarwa is a witch. Nyabwanse people are scammers. So long as those pick-up lines start, then your trust is activated. Donations activated. And you will go time again and come back with the same problem. Guy, if you are true people, genuine friends to the Nairobi teacher, call him to UK for proper medication. See his problem done away with, gotten rid of, so that he becomes back with good health and focuses on different things. Yes, let him tell us how much is the hospital bill. Not to show us a lonely hospital room with a naive nurse or attendant besides him, a person who even don't know his patient. And now the world starts sympathizing with the patient. Guys outside there, you should know the handwritings and the faces of these people. They want to take advantage over your trust, and they want to eat and fill their stomachs easily in a lazy way. They want to equip themselves good enough, things that can assure them that every now and then they get a story about Ayamaro. What if Ayamaro now goes to the Arctic where there is nothing there? Will you start following him to the Arctic? Yes, guys, that is Nairobi teacher. Guys, as I finish, let us people learn the truth. Anything that we wish to happen to others, any evil things we wish happen to our enemies, God is there to control them. God is there to return those evil things back to you. The sickness, when you say Ayamaro is sick, spending time in his in-laws' home, that sickness is now coming back to you. When you are talking about witches, it is coming a time when your witches will become in public and people will laugh at you. When you are talking about scam, what you are doing is not far away from scamming. You are actually scamming and suspecting good people who may wish to see you on a daily basis. Good people who may wish that you turn your potential from the direction you are directing it to a different beneficial direction. And that's why God gives you time. There is always room for change. You can change and you can direct your energies and your efforts towards your own growth. But don't just start. You are just like a climber. Yes, in geography we have climbers, plants that are climbers that climb. They are parasitic plants. Those are parasitic plants. They climb a given tree in search for light. And now these are Nairobi teacher and his team all the way from the village of Nyabwanse to Nairobi for some few, to Jamaica, some few who are there, like Pebbles Hall, Neotrends. Yes. Now they are climbers. They are parasitic people. Yes, they are parasites. They were very furious when they were called parasites. They are parasites because they depend on Ayamaro for content. Now they are parasitic human beings. Now he wants to become a parasite to his own subscribers. He wants to scam them. He wants to fake a situation so that they can sympathize with him. Sorry and very sorry and very sorry. Time is catching up with you guys. If you are not going to stop talking about Ayamaro, if you think the law of the land is not taking any step against you, then the law of the Almighty God will take its action against you, and you are not going to like it. Guys, let us wish him quick recovery if at all he is sick. But if at all he is faking his sickness, let those blind subscribers continue filling his stomach, because that is what he wishes. From the village of Nyabwanse, I leave you in the hands of God. I ask God to bless you for being there for me. Guys, let us pray for each other. Let us pray for one another. And always let us wish the best to happen to your neighbor. Till then, watch your space. Bye-bye.